You're not expecting me in my studio today, are you? Hello, I'm just going to make sure I share this into the group so I can catch up with you all. So let me share this into our group. Share to group, Crafting with Lisa Horton. I shared it. Oh, not the right group. Hang on. That was into the Hobby Maker group. That is not the right place to go, is it? So let me make sure I've shared that. And let me share that to my page as well. Share, copy link, and let me take this to my page as well, to my timeline as well. So anybody who's looking for me today can find me. So let me see. I'm doing this all live, so just so I can make sure it's all working correctly. To Lisa Horton. Wow, I've got 5k friends. I've got lots of friends on here, so I think my my thing's getting full up now. Okay, let's come back to spill the tea. So, can hear and see. You can hear me and see me. Oh, look, there's a few of you coming in now. That's really, really good. So I'm going to wait a little while for you to all come in. So as you can see, it's a little bit more relaxed. You can see my mouse. My desk isn't so tidy as it normally is. I'm not so tidy. I don't have loads of makeup on today, but I always come in to have a chat with you on Wednesday at 2. And I've got my cup of coffee, and my coffee, look, my mug is absolutely dreadful because I've used I make my coffees at home. Like I've got a coffee making machine with grind my beans and everything. So yeah, I tend to sit here with my coffee. On a Friday night, I have my juice, and we're a little bit more professional, but spill the tea is different. So let's say hello to some people, shall we? Hi, Nancy Johnson from a sunny and cold Northeast Ohio. Hello, Caroline Blair, Joanne Smith, Susan Robson, Jill Ball, Vanessa McKenzie, Kim Robertson. Oh, there's quite a few of you. Kim Robertson, I think I've got an email from you. If it is you, it came into my info email and it didn't get forwarded to my correct email address. So I do owe you an email, I think. Hi, Suzanne. Oh, hi, Jodie Weston. What's the time for you, Jodie? Is this a better time for you, or is this a worse time for you, or is this the middle of the night? Hi, Snuffy Snoo and Chris Wally. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Buttons from Canada. Hello, Mary Addison. Hi, Jean Rowland, Laurie Gateman. What is Lisa gonna reveal in the spill this week? I had to ring Adam and say, is it okay to spill? He was like, oh, what are you spilling? And when I told him what I was spilling, he made me change it a little bit. But I am spilling. So, you know. Hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you here. Rebecca, I owe you an email as well. Hi, Beatrice Collins. Hi, Linda Clark. Hi, Melanie Acinda Smith. Hi, Sheena Hoolin. Hi, Pauline Barrett. Hi, Carol G. Hi, Valerie Potter. Gillian Godfrey. Thank you for the quick service. I ordered on Sunday and I got my delivery today. Oh, that's good news. Hi, Lynn Morse. Usually I work on a Wednesday afternoon, so it's so nice to catch you live. Kim Robertson can hear and see Fabi. Hi, Kathy from sunny Florida. Hi, Lorna Batams. Hi, Sally Ann Merriott. Karen, Gary Roden. Evelyn Hosey. Oh, Karen is watching as she's off on leave today. This is nice. It's really weird, isn't it, doing it in the middle of the day? I'm not used to being in my studio this time of day. Hi, Sue Reed. And the audio is spot on today. So what I did is I said to Danny, I wonder if it's this. So this was my original cable. Look at this. Oh, move that out of the way so I don't want you seeing that at the moment because that's spilling. So if I look at this, you've got this like wiggly cable. And I think, you know, like with your mobile phone and you wiggle it too much and your wires come a little bit loose. I think it could be that, but I'm not gonna blame it on that yet because we'll see how this one goes. Okay, so I might need to order some new mic cables because we will have guests in the studio. Not today, but we'll have guests in the studio. Hi, Sarah Holmes. Hi, Crafty Becky. Andrea Withington. Camille Tangent from Norway. Welcome, Camilla. Nice to see you here. Is it your first time, Camilla? Hi, Sandy Scott. Hi, Lynn F. Yes, Kim, it was you. I thought it might be Vera. How? It's going. Oh my goodness, it's 76 degrees in Florida, and it's going to be 87 today. Oh, I'm very jealous. As you can see, I'm in my jumper. I've actually got my UGG. They're like a Croc style, but they're Uggs, but they're all covered in at the front. But they've got like the little thing around the back, like a sandal, and they're keeping all my toes warm. Good morning, Peg. Lovely to see you here. You're down with a lurgy, Jill Baxter. I'm actually down with a lurgy. I've got big, nasty spot come up on my chin. I was up all night coughing, bizarrely. I don't know what that was all about. And I've got a bit of a sore throat. Lily's got a cold, so I don't know if, again, that time of year, and it's horrible. Hi, Chris Hart. Good afternoon, Jill Baxter. Down with a lurgy, so happy to pick up with you this afternoon. Oh, it's just a rotten, isn't it? Christina Scott, hello from upstate South Carolina. Very breezy and chilly here. Hi, Jan Riley. Hi, Jodie Weston in Perth. I'm in bed at 10 o'clock watching. Oh, how nice, Jodie. Oh, who's this? It's the Little Things in Card Making. Oh, I love that name. Good morning from a sunny but cool day in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning. Good morning, Maz Eames. Good morning, Leanne Kelly from Texas. Hello, Sandy Scott. Loads of you here, Vanda Alcock. Hello, everyone. I got my chunky brushes today. Thank you, Danny. You're very welcome. Hello, Sid. Oh, wow. Okay, good morning, Lisa. Good to see you. You won't be able to stay for long. Going to work now. It's 6 a.m. in California. Good evening. Hello, Kellyanne Jordan. It's nice to see you here as well. Hi, Lisa. Please brighten up my day, says Shirley Wilson. Oh, no, you're having a bad day, Shirley. What's happening with you then? Kathy Glaze has got fur-lined Crocs for when it gets cold. Kathy Glaze. I think I might need some of those. Okay, so please make sure you share so everyone knows that we are doing our Spill the Tea from the studio today. I do normally do it from the lounge, but I'm actually doing a little bit of a test today because I want to see where you're watching. I tend to get more people watching when I'm on Facebook only, and we can kind of get a good 200 people watching from Facebook over all our platforms. But today we're going to try it on YouTube and Facebook to see if it makes a difference. I'm hoping lots of people will pop on now they've seen me live. There's some new names today. Hi, Natalia. Hi, Karine Stevenson. Hi, Melanie Harvey Kuzik. Hi, Sally Duval. Hi, Chris Mitchell. Peg comment. It's nice to have the full screen. I thought it might be, and it is, isn't it? When we do our Spill the Tea shopping, normally it has to be on portrait because that's how the system works. So what I thought today was we'll do it in here, and I can give you one little code. Nothing will come up above your head though. It'll be one little code I give you today. It's for an existing product anyway, but it was an out of stock product. So hopefully we can, sit and do a little demo maybe with that, and I can show you. I don't know. Just tell me what you want to do. If there's any questions you've got today. If you want to know anything, if you want to see, I don't know, how I blend an ink, or if you want to see how I layer a stencil, or if there's anything you want to see, let me know. Wow. Oh, there's a few more of you coming in now. Hi, Seal from Chile, Pennsylvania. Hi, Marie Gibbs. I tend to watch Facebook because I find it easier. Lynn wasn't going to be here today, purging the craft room, but I had to do a bit of painting in the kitchen before the blinds arrived. There you go then. Oh no, one's 10 centimetres too narrow. That's 4 inches. How did you measure that badly? You're a crafter. Christina Scott has her fur-lined Crocs on as well. Emma Woods is watching from her craft room. Her core card is coming out today. Thanks to all. You're very welcome. I haven't even been into the garage and into the outside space to check on all the other cards yet. Sharon Costigan. Hello, Lisa, everyone. My first time to Wednesday tea. I'm on YouTube now, which I prefer. Are the metallics going to be a regular product? Melanie. Okay, that is one of the things we're talking about today, actually. Hope is up early because she's moving house on Saturday. Very exciting. Okay, Julian Godfrey, I ordered your glue a couple of months ago, and wow, it's amazing. That I won't be using anything going forward. We're going to talk about glue as well today. I'd love to see a technique where you ink the embossing folder and transfer the image. Okay, we can do that. Let me make sure I've got my machine here. Did I take it? It's right in front of me. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. And we can do that with metallic ink today. Lynn is clearly rubbish with numbers. If you've measured your blinds, 10 centimetres, 4 inches too narrow, yes, you are. That's the width. That is a width of a A6 card. Honestly, right. So we'll do that. We'll do some inking today. And that's the beauty. If I'm in the studio, I can turn the camera over like so, and we can look at the state of my cup. But it is homemade coffee. So yes, can't stay today as I'm off to a wedding. Will I be able to see it later anywhere? Alison Brooks, Wards Cooper. Yes, you can see it on YouTube later, and you can see it on Facebook. And you can come back. Okay, it was pure serendipity. Okay, usually watch on YouTube. I'm watching on Facebook today. Yeah, make sure you like and share. There's still 125 of you here, so I'm quite happy with that. But if we literally share into the groups you can share into, it would be really good, because then we can start talking about what is coming up over the next few weeks. Now, a little bit of tea spilling. Adam has been spending some time with Catherine today, which is lovely. He's been up to see Catherine Sturrock, who is now part of the brand, Lisa Horton Crafts. I'm very, very excited about this. Catherine is a superb demonstrator. If you don't, please go and follow Catherine Sturrock. It's with a K and a Y, so Kathrym. Especially for those of you across the pond who may not have heard of Catherine. Catherine is an incredible talent. She's part of Lisa Horton Crafts now, and she will be doing live shopping pretty much every week. So you'll be seeing a lot more of Catherine. You'll be seeing Catherine on TV as well, which is fantastic. Giving me a little bit of a break in December because I'm having an operation on my ear, and I won't be able to do TV. I don't know how I'll cope with lives yet. It might be overhead lives, depending on how I'm looking and whether I'm all bruised around here yet. We don't know yet. So I'll wait and see what I'm prepared to show you after I've had it done. Yeah, just a little thing going on in my ear. But they said I might bruise or swell this side of my face. So, it is what it is. Good coffee stains. We love it. Christina Scott, I don't think your glue is available in the USA. No, it isn't. And the reason is because it's made in the UK. And because it's a liquid, shipping it out to the US, we get charged the stores that receive it get charged a 25% fee to bring it into the country. So it's very difficult to make it cost effective. Internationally, you can buy it from us, but it is only sold here with me and retailers in the UK. So, but I will say, Christina Scott, it is incredible glue. It is really, really good glue. And I know I say this about my stuff, but honestly, it's the best glue I've used. It's high tack as well. Have I got one in here? Yeah, I have. Let me show you. So it is a really high tack. So this is the glue. It comes in a 125ml bottle, and they're squeezy bottles. So you can see that there is no, take the lid off there. There is no struggling with squeezing bottles. They're super squeezy. You get a ton of glue in there. Fast drying, high tack adhesive designed to bond a variety of materials, including card, paper, wood, and some plastics and aluminium foils. Dries clear, sets quickly, and will not discolor with age. So it is a super, super good glue. So actually, should we start there? Because this is what I want to talk to you about now. I love my glue. What I don't love is that you have to chop the top of the nozzle off, which you do because it keeps the glue protected. And I tend to be a little devil, and I always cut too much off. So when I go to put my lid back on, I mean, this one's okay because I've learned. What tends to happen is I've cut too much off, and then the lid keeps boinging back. So it's not particularly good for that. Sometimes if you cut too much off, you need to cut the tiniest amount off. You do. I see if I've got one that isn't cut. I might have one in here actually. No, looks like I've cut them all. And I probably opened lots just because I'm a little devil with that. So with that in mind, what we are bringing out are these. Now, some of you won't have seen, you won't have seen these because they are not out yet. They will be coming. So, right, so this is the spill the tea thing. I will talk about it on Friday, but you guys are the first to know. So we've got these glue bottles coming out, and you get two. You'll get one with a yellow band and one with a blue band. And the yellow band is slightly wider. And when I say wider, what I mean is you literally, these are all going to be empty when you get them. So what you do is you unscrew here, you fill it up with your glue, you pop this lid back on like so, and then you unscrew here, and you have your super fine applicator. Yeah, let me bring that in just a little bit. You have your super fine applicator, and then in here you have this kind of little, almost like a pokey tool. So this one, all you do is you take your bottle and you pop that back in there and you screw it down, and it stops your glue from getting clogged up. And I'll show you how fine it is in a minute because it's so cool. Does it have wiggle room? Yes, it does have wiggle room. Let me show you the glue. Let me get some paper. I've got my Ish cardstock here. I've got a pile of it. And I'll show you how we do the embossing folder as well. So actually, let's just take one piece because we can cut this up, can't we? Let's find some scissors. So this is, do you know what? This is the time for any questions like this. This is what today's about. We've got 1 hour. Just do 1 hour. So any questions you've got, just ask me. So if I use the bigger glue, now let me make sure this one I've cleaned the nozzle out. No, I haven't cleaned the nozzle of that one. This is why I've done this, because I'm so naughty myself that I don't clear the nozzle. That one actually, this one might work. This one might work. So this is the one that is, oh no, it isn't. No, I've got actually, look at, hang on. Bear with. I put it in one of these little tiny bottles. I don't like these so much because this thing falls off the top. You know, this little bit on the end falls off and you can't use it. So our glue, hang on, I've got to get it going because it's a bit stuck in there. So our glue, you need like this amount. You don't need hardly anything. So if I show you what I mean, I've got the tiniest amount of glue on there. So when I do this, whoever asked about the wiggle room, you do get that little bit, but then you watch in a second, you're now stuck. Yeah, that's how quick it is. So you do get wiggle room, but you don't get like an absolute ton of wiggle room. So the less glue you put on, the faster it's going to tack. And the reason, see, look, it will tear the card now already. So because I put a decent amount on, I had that little bit of wiggle room. If you put a tiny bit on, if I use another piece of card, let me come in a little bit. I can come in a little bit closer, I think. Let's hang on. Oh, that was a bit fast, wasn't it? Sorry about that. So what you can do, if you put a tiny amount on, which is what we will do here, and when you squeeze it, you're going to think there's nothing coming out, but it's because it's going to come down that tube really fine. Look at that tiniest amount of glue. See that? Let me see if I hold that up for you. That's how fine you can get your glue, okay? And then it will stay wet, but what starts to happen is your glue starts to dry. Sorry, I've got my very focus on, so that was a bit wobbly then. So if I lift that up, if I pop that over the top, it starts. So if I do that, yeah, see? And then now it's dry. So that's what you need to remember. You do have wiggle room, but you don't have a lot of wiggle room. Can you have the glue for trade? I don't know there's enough margin in it, Shirley. I will see what we can work out, but I'm not sure there's a lot of margin in it. I will try. I will see what I'll speak to Danny and Adam actually. But now look at these. These are both. If I open that one now, Hang on. Yes, so it's literally ripped the card now, literally ripped the card. So it is super, super high tack. So now where I pulled that off, let me just show you. Let me just go back in with that glue again, the tiniest amount of glue. And, you know, I'm sitting here telling you about these and you're all saying, yeah, you can tell me all about this, but I can't buy them. So I do little dots there and I'll come down like that and I'll hold it for a second. And that's glued together. So this is what I'm saying. We do really good glue, and it's not the cheapest glue on the planet, but it's the glue that's going to last you the longest. It's going to last you forever. So that's now stuck down perfectly well. So very, very easy to use glue. You get a lot in the bottle. So coming back to the glue, this is going to be on our Spill the Tea next week. Okay, Spill the Tea next week. We're going to have the glue and the bottles together, okay, initially. So, I mean, we all need replacement glues all the time. So we're going to do the glue and the bottles together. And the reason we're doing that is because to post the glue on its own is going to cost us £3. I can't remember what it is now. It's gone up, isn't it? £3.70. So any money we would have made out the glue, we would lose. So we've bundled them with these so we can send more items out together. So you'll get a yellow one and a blue one of these, one's slightly wider and one's this one. And we will have a glue with that as well. So you can buy the collection together. Also, we've got a roll of foam pads. Now it's not like our massive roll, it's smaller. It's about this. So I would say it's about 8 inches deep, and it's the 2mm thick 12 by 25 3D foam pads. Really, really good foam pads. Again, Shirley, just for your information, I don't know the margin on them. It's really tricky with tacky stuff. It's really tricky. There isn't a lot in it, but I'll see how it goes, whether we can offer it to trade. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing on next week for Spill the Tea. But obviously you guys know your black ink pad is the best in the business. Thank you, Peg. Are you talking about this one? Because I agree with you. If you're talking about this one, I know I'm biased, but I absolutely love this ink pad. So people say to me, oh, what do you use for your stamping? You know, what do you find the best? And I always, you know, I've bought out a lot of products in my time, but I would never bring out an ink which I thought there was better on the market. This is just the best ink pad. Now, when you get it, it will have the white on the side. Don't be fooled by that. It's how it's meant to be. It's exactly how it's meant to be. Amazing. And we do re-inkers for those as well. You can heat a pin and push it into the hole too. I'm missing conversation here. Crafty Becky, the one time you offered free shipping to the USA, I ordered 6 bottles of glue. I do not blame you. Do you like it, Becky? Do you like it? I don't get on with the bottles with the pin always goes rusty. Yeah, these ones, yes. Well, these ones won't. These will not go rusty. You need a stainless steel pin to go in it. Okay, so these are exactly what you need. They literally, you know, if you put a pin in your normal glue, you'll find that overnight it can go rusty. It absolutely can. But these, is it going crackly again? Right, hang on, bear with me. Have you tested your metal pin? Am I back? Am I back? Has it stopped going crackly? I don't know what to do about this then, because it's not my mic. I don't know. Karen Johnson wants that glue. Please tell me that it's stopped again. Is your issue card coming to scrapbook? No, it won't be, because it's too heavy to post to them. I'm wondering if the crackle, I don't know. I'll have to speak to Adam about that. Hopefully we'll get those glues dispensers separately in the US since they come empty. I also made decorations, Fabergé style eggs. Hello Lisa, just got here. Hi Donna, don't worry. Thank you, Rhonda. This is fantastic, isn't it? It really is. Okay, lovely and clear here. I'm so pleased about that. I wonder if it is... No, you sound perfect. Interesting, interesting. It seems to be... is it on Facebook or YouTube, guys? Whoever's got Crackle, is it Facebook or YouTube? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you, back in stock. We have had 4 boxes of 240 delivered. So 4 times 240 is what is in the building. They will be on Highlight Crafts next week as well. We have had people try to replicate these already and they can't do it. Okay, they can't do it. These are the best metallic ink pads you're going to find anywhere. So somebody asked me how we use ink pads with embossing folders. I think what we need to do is use this one or this. Oh no, if we do black card, we could do it with that one, couldn't we? Let's have a go with all of them. The new glue bottom makes it they're going to be more intricate dies coming. Evelyn Hosey. Oh, have I got one here I can show you? I might actually. I might have an intricate die I can show you. I should be doing this. I'm going to get in right trouble for this one. Hang on. Maybe. Beautiful things. Anyway, move it back. Oh, at least lots of you don't seem to be having crackles. Some do. I wonder if it may be, I don't know, it could even be the streaming service I use. I really don't know. Anyway, a bit more coffee. So, inks. Anybody need to know anything about our inks? Okay, anyone need to know anything about these that you don't know, that you want to know? It could be the signal, couldn't it, for some people? At least it's not been for everybody, which is great. It was briefly Crackle, my partner. Right, okay, let me see if I can turn the volume down. I can do that. Right, let's see if that makes any difference, Rebecca. I've turned it down just a couple of notches to see if it's any better. It might be. We'll soon find out, won't we? I did turn it up when I was doing something else the other day. Hi, Heather Hickey Michaels. Right, so first thing I was asked about these is, are they going to be a limited edition and will we be restocking these? Now, I can tell you, Scrapbook, Simon Says, Notions, Spellbinders, all will have stock of these if they haven't already. They are limited edition in that they will never, ever, ever be sold separately. So that is why they're limited. We were going to do one more run and then stop. However, the demand has been so great that we've decided that they will continue to be sold, but everyone's asking about the gold. Can we get it separately? No, never, ever, ever. So you're going to find you will always be able to get these as a 3, but they're limited edition in that you'll never get them separately. So I hope that clarifies that. Okay, Facebook. I'm on Facebook with no crackles. Have you or will you have a deal on your blending either, Pete? Paula, there normally is on our website. There's normally a discount on the bundle prices. Hi, Maria Mijares. Nice to see you from California. Okay, I've moved to YouTube and it's fine. Excellent. Okay, let's have a look. There's loads of comments here. Are you going to make re-ink? Karen Johnson. Karen Johnson, may I ask what country you are in? My husband thought it could be bandwidth. I don't think it's bandwidth, and we are hardwired, and it's been fine for 2 years, so I don't know. Adam is down on Friday and he's very techie because he worked for Create and Craft TV, so he will be able to have a look for me, I'm sure. Sid, hi Lisa, question for you. I have used black ink on multicolored backgrounds, but I'm right. Okay, yes, so what you'll find, Sid, with any metallic ink is when you put your ink down, let me show you. Right, let me show you. I've got a stamp that says happy. Okay, let me do it. Okay. Let me make sure I've got, have I got my platform here? I'm being asked questions I didn't expect, so I haven't got my tool out. Let me have a look. Let me see what we can do. Now, this is my old Ultimate. Let's see if I've got a stamping platform in here. I thought I had one. Oh, yes, I've got one in here. It's all set up. Right, so I am organised. More than I thought. Right, hang on, let's have a look. So let's show you. Let's show you. Let's bring this in and give you an idea. Okay, so what I would say is I've always found with a metallic ink, what tends to happen is you almost get that halo around the edge, don't you? And I'm not sure there's an awful lot you can do about that, but let's try. Let's try with, I think I'm going to try with the gold because you might see it the best. You might, okay. And I think you do lose, on white card particularly, some of the metallic, but hey ho, we're just going to give it a go and see what happens. So I'm just using this photopolymer stamp, which says happy, and it's really sticky. It's photopolymer, so make sure your cards take down should you need it to. Oops, is that happy? Happy, upside down happy. And then let's bring in our tool and let's just go and lift that up. All right, so let's show you with the gold. Now, a pigment ink can quite often, because of the nature of the beast, because it's a wet, oh, my stamp is very dirty. That's not good. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I've just grabbed this out of the drawer. The nature of the beast means because it's a wetter ink, you're not going to get the crisp stamping that you might expect. But let's see if you get that halo. It sometimes can be your stamp. It sometimes can be just the ink. So let that card drink the ink into the cardstock a little bit. Let's see, and we'll lift that up. Yeah, it hasn't. I find it hasn't done that thing around the edge. However, I do need to put another layer on, in my opinion, and we'll get a darker look. And let's lift it up and see what you think. I'm just going to have a look at questions. Right, so already, I don't know if I'm betraying anything. I shouldn't be saying really. Re-inkers have landed in some places in the USA. Okay. Sharon Costigan, yes, you can use inks. Is your tool alphabet coming to scrapbook.com? It should be. Can't see why it isn't. They normally take the entire catalogue. So let me see what I can show you. Hang on, I don't want it to get fuzzy. Right, let me see if my other camera's on, camera 3. Okay, let me see if I can do this. So you're going to have to excuse what's behind me, camera 3. So let me bring that in for you. So I think it also depends on the cardstock you're using. Is that showing up okay? If I bring it in any closer, I don't know if it will blur. There you go. I find I do lose a little bit of the shimmer when I stamp with them, but in general, I tend to find it's pretty good. Now that is quite good. And I think maybe, sorry, that's better. Maybe you need to put a couple of layers on. Okay, maybe you do need to put a couple of layers on. And I feel that sometimes you don't get the crispest stamp, but you can certainly stamp with them. And I've done it on white because it's easy to show you. So the re-inkers, yes, absolutely. And I'm pretty sure they should be landing with Simon Says very soon. I know they're on their way to Spellbinders. I know they are on their way to Scrapbook. They are on their way to Notions. So they are on the way to most places. I have a feeling Simon Says have landed. I don't know if they're loaded yet. I don't know if they've got them for sale yet, but I do know after a conversation that they were either just landed or were about to land. So just keep your eyes peeled for the re-inkers. They will also come in a set of 3. You're not going to get them individually either. There's always going to be the re-inkers in the set of 3. I don't even have a set. I've just asked for a set to be sent to me. We've made sure we've sent them across the pond first because we know how quickly they sell out. So definitely re-inkers should be landing there. Okay, you need Donna Urban. Shall I show you the black ink? Let me just show you the black ink as well. I meant to say to you, these, if you're on Facebook and you type in shop deal, as in DEAL, that will put these into your basket. Okay, so if you are on Facebook and you type shop deal under this live, you will find these get put into your messenger, so you'll go to check out with these if you haven't got them. Let me show you the black ink as well. And I am going to use a different stamp simply because I haven't cleaned that. I'm going to use one that says thanks. Jane Dello, I used those to make a card yesterday. I used block stencils. It looked amazing and I forgot to take a photo. Jane, go take a photo. Right, so I'm going to use that same piece of card. Just turn it over. Let me just show you. So the metallic inks, yeah, you can go and grab them from the website, or you can type in shop deal on our website and it will send you a message in Facebook to give you the link for them. Okay, so let's pop this down. So pick up that stamp and we'll do the same thing. This is the solid black. Now this again is an old dirty stamp, but let me show you this. You do sometimes have to do it twice, not always, particularly with this ink. And it's not clean, so I may not be doing this ink any justice at all, but it is a shockingly good ink. And I think a lot of people will be quite surprised at this ink. So I think you'll look at it and go, oh no, that's all right, it's just a black ink. But when you use it, it's pretty amazing. You definitely need to try it, Donna Urban. You really, really do. Are the interference inks blendable? What's the best brush to use them? Or are the foam ones okay? I will show you that in a minute. So I'm reading comments instead of lifting this up. Hang on. Crisp as crisp as crisp. So that is our black, solid black ink. It is just the best. We haven't got many left. We've just had to order more. I think we've only got about 20 units left on our website, in all honesty. We do a re-inker for them as well. Be aware, if you keep them in really fluctuating temperatures, try and keep them somewhere, not in the dark as such, but try and keep them, because they're a dye base as well and they're fast drying. It's best to keep them somewhere kind of out, not on the windowsill where it's really warm or anything like that. But they are fast drying and work with alcohol markers and watercolors. Just heat set them and they'll be good to go. So that is the solid black. Let me keep going for the questions. Sheena, I think I've answered quite a few of the comments. Hi, Michelle Myers. The interference re-inkers will only be in the set of 3 because the ink pads are in the set of 3. Love the metallics and want the re-inkers, please. Yep. So honestly, I haven't seen them, but they're literally flying around the world. I mean, I think some people, like I say, have already got them internationally. I'm waiting for mine. I'm just waiting for mine. I seem to be the lowest on the pecking order. Yeah, so a bit late for tea today, says Jackie Roberts. Stephanie, hi, Miss Lisa. Hello. Welcome, Stephanie. Let me have a look at the other comments. There's quite a few here. Then we'll get into blending with inks. Karen Johnson, are you going to make re-inkers for the metallic inks? And yeah, that's the same comment. Yeah, we are. Let's have a look. USA. So yes, Karen, I think the first place that they might have landed is Simon Says. So just watch out for them. Crackle is on my Sound Now on Facebook. Crackling now, buzzing again, intermittent. Oh, goodness me. Let the card drink the ink. Absolutely. I'm going to have to, I don't know what's going on with this. It must be a cable from the streaming service, maybe. Could you use heat embossing powder over the metallics? I think you could, because they've got a longer open time. Yeah, I think you could. I would ask somebody who has stamped with them a lot. I'm not a heat embossing kind of person, but I would think there's no reason why not. I love stamping with the metallic inks, especially loving embossing it to cover over. So there you go. So it does work. Kim Robertson shop deal. Just realised you're on YouTube, easier to watch. Let's have a look. When will the re-inks be available in the UK? I think it's going to be later in the year. Simon Says Stamp has a metallic re-inkers. They do have them. I didn't want to say stuff that I got wrong. So Simon Says Stamp does have them. So I would highly recommend you hurry along and get them. I genuinely do. I don't know if Scrapbook and Spell Wonders have arrived yet. I don't think it's arrived. I think it's on the way to Notions. I'm not sure if it's arrived at Notions yet, but they are all on their way. Okay, right, so let's move out. Actually, that was really silly. Let's move out these stamping elements and just keep the tool out, and then I will just show you how to use our beautiful inks for blending. So my advice to you is you keep your inks separately, or your brushes separately, for any kind of interference and any kind of metallic. You keep it away from your blending. Definitely keep it away from your blending. If you start mixing them, the metallic will come through onto your blending inks, okay? And that is just, it's just fact. So you must make sure you keep them away. So what I'm going to do is I'm taping down again, because I haven't got my tacky mat inside today, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm going to bring in, let me find a stencil, a random stencil. What have we got in here? What have we got? What have we got? Ah, right, I'm going to be really naughty. You haven't seen these before. No one has seen these before. Okay. Right, Simon Says has 3 inkers in stock, just ordered them. Can we watercolor with the black ink pad? Yes, it does. Can we alcohol marker in the ink pad? It is like a hybrid, Kellyanne Jordan, because you can do both. Just heat set and you can use it for both. Okay, so it is archival quality and it is permanent. Okay, so it will stain as well. So just be aware of that. Now you haven't seen these. This is really naughty. Is it possible stamping grid? Is it possible to buy the stamping grid? Yes, that is on our website, Sue Reed. It is going to be on Black Friday as well in a couple of weeks, but it is currently available on our website. Okay, you should be able to grab that. Do you sell re-inkers for the mats individual? I think on our website they are as a bundle, and they're a bundle because we can't post them. The problem is if you buy one, it costs us, we won't make any money from it. We just can't sell them individually. Thank you for answering that. It's the little things in card making. Can you use your bright? So let's bring in our brushes. Okay, so let's bring in a couple of different brushes. Oh, let me move you over. I'm going to come out a little bit again. Let's bring that back down again. Trying not to do it too fast. It seems to be very intermittent who's getting the crackling and who isn't. And I don't know how to fix it. All I know is in January, our studio will be moving. So we have 2 studios. So hopefully we might have different results when we're downstairs with the other studio as well. So I'm going to bring in some brushes. So I brought in one for the metallics, and I'm going to bring in another one for the metallics so we can use the silver I don't know where I put my silver brush. Yeah, I've got a big silver brush. So I've got silver and gold there just to make it easy. I'm going to use these new stencils. They're not out yet. And it depends how popular or how many people are interested in them as to how quickly we bring them out. I'm really not supposed to be doing this. I'm going to get in trouble. Kathy Grimes, just going for what? I hope I haven't missed anything. Yes, you can emboss. Thank you, Crafty Becky. I'm on Facebook and you haven't crackled once. Thank you. I don't know what it is then. Both are very clear. It seems to be intermittent. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kathy from Chile, Minnesota. Not sure if I would get on with the metallic inks, but they do look really nice. Let me show you. I will tell you if you'll get on with them by using them through stencils as well. We're having trouble getting your products from Notions. I'll send you an email. We are out of stock of a ton of stuff on Notions. It has gone crazy. There is more stuff coming, but please could you email me, Rhonda, not message me. Can you email me so I can forward it to Adam? So any issues that you're having, we can get onto Notions for you. Okay, right. So I'm just going to use... Let's use wishing you a happy birthday. Let's just use that one. So these just come with, you get 3 different options. Wish you a happy birthday, feel better soon. Oops, I forgot your birthday. Okay. So let's just use this one. So this one is wishing you a happy birthday. Now, I hope you can see stencil number 1 has the sentiment. And stencil number 2 has the drop shadow. So what I'm going to do is move that out of the way for a second, and I'm going to put stencil number 1 over the pegs. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? And then I would take the card and pop the card underneath, so I've got it exactly where I want it. So this is cool because it sits beautifully on our A6 cardstock. And then I'm going to take, let's start with the metallics, okay? And let's start with we're going to do the gold and the copper because the silver won't show up on the camera very well unless we do it on black. So let's go with gold. And all you do, literally, they're great for stenciling as well. Use a stencil brush or use, one of the foam sponges, like the Ranger round foam sponges. They'll be great. And then all we do is literally stencil through our stencil, literally, as I say, and then we're going to come up here, and then we're going to do something really cheeky, and we're going to add in the bronze as well to this. Now, you're not going to get a lot of shimmer on this because it's bright day here. I am in the studio, and the lighting is very different whilst I'm sitting in the studio. Okay, it's different at night because we get the lights really dark and we can get great shimmer going on, or visually you'll get the shimmer when you get yours home though. So what we can do now, if we really want to, if we really thought we wanted to give a shadow to this as well, we could literally take the darker color, which is the copper pot, and we could literally, if we wanted, go halfway up the happy, halfway up the birthday. Let's just do the happy and see if we can get the contrast of colour. So I'm just going to go halfway up the happy, and I don't know if this is going to show on camera simply because, as I say, the lighting. Let me just do it on the happy so you can see. And what we'll do is we lift that one off. So that stencil is wishing you a happy birthday already. If I turn that round, it's easy for you to see. Okay, so wishing you a happy birthday. So that's stencil number 1. And then we come in with stencil number 2, pop that over the top. Now, what I will say is because these are a pigment ink, just put another piece of card over the top and give it a little tap. Look, you can see that because some of the inks come off there. So pop that like so, take that ink off, and then we'll come in with stencil number 2. Now, what we can do now, it covers up all of our word completely. And now we could come in with an interference ink. So we won't use the copper because we've used that already. We will come in with an interference ink and we will use, let's see what we've got here. This is fruit salad shimmer. So again, you can blend with these as well. So I lift that off and we'll use a separate brush, and I'm using one that's got pink, like a pink ink on it already. And then we'll just literally go over the top, and it's going to pick up all of those little drop shadow areas. Okay. And I love this one because you can just use happy birthday if you want. You can use the wishing you a, and you might have something else you want to put underneath, but this is just a lovely little set if you're trying to do a quick sentiment on a card and you really don't want to be stamping. That's what I love about this. So I've been quite heavy with the ink there, so I don't know if I've gone underneath at all, but let's just show you what you can do. So you've got that one, and we'll pop that back in its pot and we'll lift that off. So you'll be able to see now how they both blend beautifully. So now you've got your drop shadow. Hang on a minute, let's see. I don't know if you can pick that up with a, it is shiny, but you've got your drop shadow sentiment. So I've been quite heavy with my ink, so it's bled a little bit, but you can see what I'm trying to say is you can do your drop shadows, you can mix your colours, you can do your blending. So I literally, you can see how much ink I've used on there. So I could quite easily take another piece of card, and I reckon I'd still have enough ink without applying any more ink. Yeah, so I kind of over inked a little bit. So you can add your detail just with this, and I had plenty of ink on there, so I can take all that ink, and this will give you that kind of drop shadow look without the other piece. Let's see, let's get into all those little gaps. So just be quite kind of a bit more frugal with your interference ink pads. See that? Look at that, isn't that super cool? So you can use either or on their own, or you can use them together, but just don't apply as much ink as I did. I'm going to go down. Facebook love. I love it when you're naughty. I really need these stencils in my life, please. They're a lovely size. They absolutely are a lovely size. Get your tacky mat out. I know. I like the stencils. Love stencils. Vera, I don't know if the Ultimate will be on Black Friday. I don't think it will. The inks are lovely, aren't they? You're loving the new stencils. No worries, Karen Johnson. That's why I was asking when you was from, because I was going to say, and then I didn't want to say who had them. Yeah, and these are great for inserts. So even just that one is going to be super cool, isn't it? So you can see on the other side, on the one underneath, I was really heavy-handed, really heavy, but just be a little bit more gentle. So if I lifted that one up, for example, and I literally take that off, and I use, let's bring in that, I should be finishing at 2, shouldn't I? But I'm not, I'm doing Elisa again. I'm just hanging around with you guys. As long as you don't mind, I'm quite happy being here. More than happy. So let's bring that first one back. You can see there's still a ton of ink on there. So I need to kind of be a little bit more relaxed with the volume of ink I'm using. So I've still, yeah, look at that. Oopsie Lee. So that is white bled underneath because you're using just a lot of ink. So if you find that it's bleeding under your stencil, just be a little lighter with your hand, and you'll find that you'll get just as good a result. I mean, you won't get so much sparkle from this one because I've probably literally taken all the sparkle out there. Now, it's not quite enough, but I'm not going to go and ink up again. But you'll see when I lift this off that it's given you certainly some detail that you was showing. Basically, I had way too much ink on there. So there you go. You can see it's a little bit patchy, but there was plenty of ink left on there. So yeah, so different ways of using these little stencils, super cool. And actually, when I pick up this one, I've still got loads more ink on there. No, I'm not going to put it. Actually, should we put it on? Let's give it another go. Let's not waste ink. Let's not waste ink. Let's see what we can get out of this. And then I'll wash this one afterwards. Look at that. So the interference inks, you get a lot for your money. And yes, they do blend. They blend beautifully. They're great on black and white card. But look, I've still got a lot of ink. A lot of ink. Lift that up now. Oops. Lift that in that corner. There you go. So again, you can do the same. Obviously, the main item, I didn't have quite enough ink, but you kind of see how it works. So actually, I quite like that. It's quite pretty and understated, but you do get the shimmer coming through from that as well. Yeah. So you know, when these come out, I think these are going to be really, really popular. So that's how you use the interference. And then the only other thing I wanted to show you was with the embossing folder. As I said to the lady earlier, I would show you how we do our inking with an embossing folder. So let me put this away so we've got a little bit of space. I quite like the uneven colouring. It looks a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more arty, doesn't it? And what I love is, I think that when you cut that out, and you make that you can have that on the inside of your colour, you can have that as the main focus, you could have it in a circle die, you could have it, I don't know, you could have some leaves around the edge, and it kind of gives you that kind of quirky look. But don't forget, you could even pop that back over, and you could use a pen if you wanted to harden that edge, and use a black pen or something to make it look like you stamped it. It does look quite vintage, doesn't it? Laurie doesn't mind these impromptu sessions at all. Yeah, I wasn't meant to be doing this, was I? And I shouldn't have showed you those. So if you like those, I will have a little word with Adam, because there are 2 sets actually, and we do have Christmas sets. I won't do the Christmas sets this year, but we will have 2 sets of the ones that are more general, because this one was set 2, I think. Yeah, this is Drop Shadow Sentiments Volume 2. So let's move our Ultimate out of the way, and let's bring in our die cutting machine, and I'll show you that. So for the reverse, kind of, I want to say like reverse stamping or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to mix it up and show you the difference between a blending ink and an interference ink. Okay. I've just got the re-inkers. They're probably going to have an influx of people buying them now, aren't they? When can I get my hands on these stencils, please? I'm going to speak to Adam and see if we can do it over the next couple of weeks. I'm not promising, but because I shouldn't have shown him in the first place. But I will see what he says. He might say, oh, for goodness sake, and we'll do them, because they are really cool, aren't they? Now, where is my platforms? Where's my platforms? There they are. Okie dokie. So let's bring in, where is my, I'm looking for my, that's what I want. That's what I want. So one of these. Right. So this is my old platinum. As I said to you all many times before, what I tend to do is use the older version. When I go to TV, I use my new version, which has got the adapter plate. And don't forget, end of the year, my machine comes out. Very exciting, very exciting. The other thing that will be available at the end of the year is the Very Berry ink pad that has only been available internationally. So loads of exciting stuff coming in the new year. Right, okay, so let's bring in an embossing folder. Let's pick one in my drawer. Lucky I've got a drawer full of stuff, isn't it? Right. Now, you know what? I'm going to go with this. And I'm going to go with this because it's got some big open areas, and I think we'll get some cool results. So now I didn't, my tacky mat, where's my tacky mat? It's all everything's packed away because I haven't unpacked from TV yet, because I only came home yesterday. Let's find... Hang on. I need a larger piece of card. Oh, look, tacky mat. This one needs washing. It's not very tacky, but it will do the job for today. It gives me a space. Anyway, it's not going to move off of there. So let's bring in some white card. We're doing everything on white today because I haven't got my black card in here, but you will get the idea. Now, 2 ways of doing this. Do you know what I love doing? I absolutely love using an ink pad and then putting a colour over the top. So I'm going to bring in a couple of things. I'm going to bring in the black. Okay, let me go out again. Let me move you out so you see more. So we're bringing the black. we're going to bring in an interference. So we'll come back in with that one again, okay? And then, I want one with blue in it. Hang on, let me see what I've got in here. Sorry, I'm leaning around and scrabbling for stuff. It's only because I want to do some different things. Now let me do that because we're on white. So we've got pink, green. No, let's go yellow. Let's do this. Right, okay. Now, I would say to you normally, I'm only doing this quickly. So I would say to you normally, I'm going to swap one out. I'm going to swap that one for that one. You do this with a brush, but what I'm going to do this with a bit of swiping, okay? So one of the techniques I like to do with embossing is inking my white card first. So I'm going to take this yellow. Now, because it's interference, it's going to be quite heavy. Look at that. And there's a lot of ink there. Don't even worry about what I'm doing here. Just do not worry. And we're going to come down here. All looking quite weird. Okay. And that's when I'll bring my brush in. So I'll bring my white, sorry, not my yellow brush in. And I would just move around any colour. Don't worry about lines. Don't worry about what else is on here. Just do exactly what I'm doing. Don't stress any of this. It can go wherever you like. Look at that. Who cares? Who cares? So the next thing we're going to do is going to bring in the pink champagne. Again, look at this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go down here. Who cares where it is? Just bear with me and trust this process. You're thinking, oh, Lisa, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Bring in a brush and we'll bring in our brush for interference and we'll literally do this and we'll blend it in, okay? And we'll come over here and we'll pick up this colour, move this around. You're thinking that woman's crazy. I don't know what she's doing, but you will. It will make sense, all right? So leave all that just like so, okay? And then you can guess what I'm going to do next. I'm going to bring in the green, change up my brush. Let's see if I've got a, I don't have a brush with green on it. So let's, yes I do, it's a green. And actually for this one, because I only want a few areas, I'm going to come in with the green and I'm just going to fill in the green in a few little areas. Don't worry about it looking messy. And we'll come over here. Now, I wouldn't normally use this particular folder, but it's because it's the only one I've got, all right? So I'll add a little bit of green down here, a bit of that here. So look at that hot mess. Look at that ridiculously awful hot mess. Isn't that terrible? Just, yeah. Lisa, you wouldn't normally craft like this at home, would you? So let's do that. So I'm looking at that going, oh, goodness me, what, you know, that's terrible. When I shimmer that though, can you see all that shine coming through? So just pop that to one side and trust the process. Now we're going to bring in our embossing folder. Excuse me. So now what we need to do is emboss the recess, okay? So we want the background to be black. So what you need to do is work out what the background is. So it's, when I feel here, the baubles or ornaments are raised, okay? So we know the background is inset. So if I put ink on this side, it's only going to pick up the baubles or the ornaments. If I turn it around, the ornaments are inset and the other detail, as in the background, is raised. So that is the side that we want, okay? So if I move my piece of card out of the way, I'm actually going to bring in another piece of card, a bigger piece of card, all right, just to sit behind me for a minute. Hang on. Oh, can't pick it up now. So just going to sit this behind me for a minute, okay? So now I know that the raised bits are the bits that we're going to put ink on. Now, this may stain your folder because this is permanent, all right? It may stain your folder. I'm sorry, I'm missing all the comments. There's a ton of comments. I love it when you say naughty. Is it very English? Would you consider doing a circle stencil and embossing folders? Yes. I just want this embossing folder so bad. Haven't gotten it yet. It's so cool. Can you store your inks on this side? Store them flat, Maura, please. Honestly, because they're so juicy, you will get leakage if you store them on this sides. Right, so ink pad straight over the top. See this? Okay. Now, I mean, this might reveal too much of the colour, but, you know, we'll give it a go. So that's what I'm doing, just covering any area that is raised, all right? Looks really odd, doesn't it? Really, really odd. And then I'm going to take my piece of card and I'm going to pop it face down somewhere, who knows where, about there, right? And we'll do that. I turn it over. Can you see that? Can you see that already? And then we'll take our machine and we will run this through our machine. So if you want to do, you don't have to do your inking first. If you just want a white background and you want to do the ink in pink or a blue or a green, not black, you can absolutely do that. And I'm going to come back just to make sure I've done what I need to. Now, the beauty of this is you can go back in again. So let's lift this up. See that? You can go back in again. So I can take that out now, leave that to one side. I can come back in with my ink. Oh my goodness, the shimmer on this is ridiculous because the black has hit some of those other colours and turned the black purple. How crazy is that? So I don't know why it's turned it purple particularly. So we take this again and we fit it back into where it came from. So where did it slot in? Find the slot. Where are we? Was it here? There we are. Straight in. And then you pop that down and then you go back in again and you run that through. So it's as simple as that. So if you want a plain white background, I mean, you'll get a much crisper background if you keep it white. If you don't want it white and you want the detail in the background to be pretty colours, you can do that as well. Okay. So now when I lift that up, let me see if I can show you that. See that? So do you see what I mean? These are really big open areas. So potentially you could have done that with lots of smaller areas. Let's try another one very quickly. I know I'm running over time. Let me see if I've got one that's got smaller areas on it. I don't think I have. Oh yeah, I have. I've got this one. Let me just try with the oranges as well. So let's do the same thing again. Put your lid on your black ink. Let's grab this one. And let's try a slightly different way of doing this. So let's take the pink. I don't know. Let's do yellow first because it's the lightest colour. And we're going to go yellow. Let's go yellow here. There we are. And let's bring in the pink here. And let's bring in, this will go a little bit orange here. Let's go in there like so. See what I mean? So we can do something like this. You can keep it quite random. And then you'll get a different look when we do the black and white. So let's just leave that like so. We're not going to go overboard with that. Leave that like so. And then we'll bring in the embossing folder, which is a different one. And let's work out they're raised, so we want to go that side, and we'll try that on here. So you'll get less detail showing on this one, and you'll see what I mean. You'll have more black than you'll have anything else, okay? So there's so many different ways of doing this, and just remember, you don't have to use like the bright, vibrant colours I'm doing. I'm just doing it as an example so you can see the changes in the colour. Sorry, I've got to wipe my desk there because it's the black permanent ink and I don't want to stain my desk. Got to run. I'll catch up at the end. No worries, Donna. So turn that over now. So you can see what I mean now. You're going to get a different look. And I know it's stripy. I mean, you could have done yours. You could do your blending on a piece of card if you wanted to. Okay. Run that through, run that back. I'm missing all the comments. Let me make sure I've not missed anything. I know, isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how it works? So again, lift that up. See what I mean? So you get the negative. And I can just leave that there actually. If I leave that there, and I'm going to come back with the ink again. All you got to do is make sure that you give this a good clean after. And I know this is going to stain. I know it's going to look grey and I know it's going to look dirty, but you know what? It's still going to work. Just make sure you clean it before you decide to use it. Let's run that through one more time. And let's show you that. So again, a completely different look. So if I lift that out, obviously my colours are super bright. But because we've got that colour in the background as well, I mean, who would have orange and pink oranges? You wouldn't, would you? So you can obviously vary your colours. So put your ink on the background, choose how you do it. You want a seamless blend, you can do that. No problem at all. But what you can also do is something like, if you want to change this up a little bit, so if I pop that back in position, I could come in, we could turn this a little bit gold, you know. Or do we go silver? No, let's go gold. Let's bring in the gold. I've not done this before. We're going to see what this looks like. So we're going to add the gold over the top. So I think this might cover some of the black and give us a different look. Let's see what this does. Let's see what this does. And then I am going to leave you because I really wasn't meant to be doing all this. But it will also, I can do this for you. So you can decide now, no, I don't like that technique. I like that lovely piece of coloured card. I've now ruined it. But if I do it, you don't have to. Let's bring that through and let's see what this has done. I love doing stuff like this because you can really play. Oh, yeah. So now, right, when I lift that up, see? How cool is that? So just choose, it is very English, just choose what you want in the background. You might want it white, you can put your black, your gold, your blue, your green, whatever on the top, on that. So it's got to be on the side. It's not on the embossed areas. It needs to be on the flat pieces, okay? So it just gives you a really different look. I did a video with the night sky actually, and it does look really cool. So, and again, look, I know these are not the colour you want, but can you see how you can create really amazing effects? You really can. How bonkers is that? It's really bonkers, isn't it? And of course, I've not necessarily picked the right colours, but you know, just play with your embossing folders. I mean, that looks so cool, doesn't it? So just a different way of using them. And it's picked up a little bit of black around here, which I'm not so keen on. So, you know, I might not do that in black next time, maybe. But you can see how cool they are. So that's what I really wanted to show you. When that dries, that's going to be stunning. So I'm just going to move my machines out of the way and then I can talk to you. And pop this up. I didn't drink much coffee today, did I? So don't forget, we've got the metallics back in stock. I'm going to have to go and wash these in a minute. I'm going to wash those. Look at those. Yeah, put our inks away. And what I used today was the Pink Champagne Shimmer, Magic Garden Shimmer, and this Sweet Treat Shimmer. So that was the ones I used. And then I used the metallics, as we know, and that one was the solid gold. And then I used our Kim Robertson's Drunk Enough Coffee for me. And then there's a solid black, so you can use the solid black as well. So remember, it will stain though. Okay. So anything else that you want me to do before I go? Hello, Lindsay. Nice to see you here. It looks like fat penguins. Yeah, I think I've answered the comments. Yeah, so, okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. So I just wanted to pop in, and I said it'd be like a bit of a Q&A, didn't I? I think I've covered questions. Any more questions before I take my leave and go and get a warm cup of coffee? Those would both look great once they're matte and layered. Yeah, I think they absolutely would. I think if you put, oh, hang on. Have we got white? Let me try that. Oh, let me see. There you go, straight away on white, and then you could put a black behind it, couldn't you, or even a grey? I know this is my. You could put a grey. I know that's way too big, but I get exactly what you mean. It would look really good, all trimmed down. Solvent cleaner should clean that folder. It shouldn't it? I don't even know if I've got any solvent cleaner. I need to invest in some of that. Could you ink your folders with a Swift Dry? Now, bearing in mind they dry quickly. I don't know. It might dry too quickly, but give it a go. All of my craft shows are almost over, and I just wanted to say it was so very nice spending time with you. Oh, well, it's very kind of you to say thank you, Karen. It was nice to have you here. Lynn F, thanks for the live, Lisa. Cheered me up from the misery of my poorly made to measure blinds. Yeah, okay. Do you have to pay for the size change, or was it their fault, or did you measure them? Okay. Oh, hang on. Would it be possible to have a logo on the front of your phone? We're looking at that. Sorry, excuse my mic. We're looking at that for next year. Is a cost implication for it. There's a cost implication for everything these days, isn't there? So it increases the price of the folder. I can do it. I absolutely can do it. And we have got something coming out next year, which we are doing it for. So possibly, yes. I think it might be worth it just to see the front of the folder and the reverse. It might help make it easier for stenciling as well, mightn't it? Yeah, that's true. Leave it with me, Susan. I will see what I can do for that. Thanks for today. You should have 2 emails from me as I press too soon. It's lovely with the background. Great. Yeah, I think that's it. Right. Okay. I'm going to leave you to go now. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had a cup of coffee. I hope you managed to see it better as it was on YouTube as well. Don't forget to pop in the comments shop deal if you are interested in the metallics. Yeah, Simon Says has got their delivery of the re-inkers in the metallic colours. New colours coming out in January as well. So watch this space. We could do stickers, we could do all sorts, but yes, you do have a thick and a thin side to your folder, so that might be the way of marking them. But anyway, I'm going to leave you be, and I will see you Friday for Friday Night Live, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I will see you very soon. Thank you for joining me. See you later.